Shrod, who is a cardiologist, to get his opinion. He helped us with the Damar Hamlin situation to get his opinion on what's going on and what we could expect from Bronny as a result of this. So before we get to that, we have to get to the news. According to Shams Charania, USC All-American Bronny James collapsed on the court Monday and had a cardiac arrest. He was taken to the hospital and now is in stable condition and no longer in the ICU. And there's a statement. Yesterday while practicing, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest. Medical staff was able to treat Bronny and take him to the hospital. He is now in stable condition and no longer in the ICU. We ask for respect and privacy for the James family, and we will update the media when there is more information. LeBron and Savannah wish to publicly send their deepest thanks and appreciation to the USC medical and athletic staff for their incredible work and dedication to the safety of their athletes. First thing,
y'all see the title, man. Let's get to it.
Released a statement this morning saying Bronny is now out of the ICU. James' son, Bronny, is recovering this morning after suffering cardiac arrest at USC yesterday, all with plans of entering the NBA draft when he becomes eligible in 2024.
This is not how we were hoping to start our day today. This is by far one of the worst pieces of content that we've had to produce and the worst news that we had to bring you guys, without a doubt, within the past 6 months. And if you're counting both channels, both my Microphone Football channel and the Flight Mike Basketball channel, this is the worst information I had to bring to you guys since the Damar Hamlin incident. And believe it or not, there's a lot of parallels that could be drawn here. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. That every mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? If there's one thing that every basketball fan knows, every LeBron James fan knows, it's the fact that LeBron James has one last achievement that he genuinely wants to cross off of his list, and that's
I need to be on the floor with my boy. That would be ideal for sure. Being with him, spending a full year with him in the same uniform, that would be the icing on the cake.
And this isn't just a one-off interview. He goes out of his way multiple times to mention how much he wants to play with his son, Bronny, in the NBA.
What's your hope?
I even heard him say he wanted to play with Bryce as well if he could.
To be happy and find happiness in whatever it is that he does, whether it's whatever it is. I just want him to
Bro, this fly, bro.
be happy.
This shit is so swift. I can't
I want
get
to
it.
get to the NBA. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to be on the court with him.
Going as far to even suggest that whoever drafts his son in the NBA will get LeBron James in his age 40 season, doing whatever he possibly can to drive up the value of his son, Bronny, as a basketball prospect. And hell, there's even jokes about the fact that LeBron James developed his son into his ideal teammate after footage of Bronny shooting corner threes and playing excellent defense made its way online. And up until this point, it was
he definitely unselfish with the rock. He could pass the ball a little bit too.
Very feasible to suggest that LeBron James would indeed be able to play at least one season in the NBA with his son. He was very close. That would have happened not during the 2023 to 2024 season that is set to start in about 2 months from now, but rather 1 year after, the 2024 to 2025 season. And the stage was set, and there's even instances where mock drafts are selecting Bronny James, and basketball stars are already speculating about what that might look like. I mean, about a month ago, we showed you a mock draft that ESPN and SportsCenter posted where Bronny James went 17th overall in this mock draft, and his dad, LeBron James, posted it onto his story and said, "Well, ATL, the James gang will be pulling up." And when this was posted onto Twitter by NBA Central, you even had Trae Young replying to it saying, "Talk soon." Every single basketball fan was excited for the possibility of Bronny James entering the NBA because from the very beginning, LeBron James placed expectations on his son to make it to the NBA. As a result, spotlight was on Bronny throughout his entire AAU career and throughout his entire high school career. When Bronny James committed to USC, this became a spectacle as well. And now you're even seeing Bryce Maximus James get a similar amount of attention. All in all, we could all agree as basketball fans, this is a very unique scenario and a very exciting career to watch. But now it appears as though, unfortunately, that career could very well be in jeopardy. I apologize for getting to you guys this a little late. I actually called my best friend, Dr. Justin Dunn.
My fault, yeah. I couldn't do these 7. I couldn't do no reaction. Just that I wasn't in the right. You know what I'm saying?
Shrod, who is a cardiologist, to get his opinion. He helped us with the Damar Hamlin situation to get his opinion on what's going on and what we could expect from Bronny as a result of this. So before we get to that, we have to get to the news. According to Shams Charania, USC All-American Bronny James collapsed on the court Monday and had a cardiac arrest. He was taken to the hospital and now is in stable condition and no longer in the ICU. And there's a statement. Yesterday while practicing, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest. Medical staff was able to treat Bronny and take him to the hospital. He is now in stable condition and no longer in the ICU. We ask for respect and privacy for the James family, and we will update the media when there is more information. LeBron and Savannah wish to publicly send their deepest thanks and appreciation to the USC medical and athletic staff for their incredible work and dedication to the safety of their athletes. First things first, I'm very happy that Bronny is okay. I am very happy that he's in stable condition and he's out of the ICU and his life isn't in jeopardy. That comes first and foremost. The ramification of this is going to be very unfortunate for Bronny and the James family, and I'm not necessarily saying that this is his fault. As a matter of fact, this is something that could have potentially saved his life. A lot of people are drawing parallels between what's happening here with Bronny James and him suffering cardiac arrest at the age of 18 while he was playing basketball to what happened with Damar Hamlin about 6 months ago, and we covered that on the Microphone NFL channel. And if you guys weren't tapped into that situation, pretty much what happened was Damar Hamlin got hit in the chest area really hard, and that caused his heart to stop and essentially for him to collapse on the football field and needing to get rushed to the hospital because he went into cardiac arrest. This is significantly different because Bronny, at least from what we know, because we have much more limited information here than what happened to Damar Hamlin. In this particular instance, Bronny didn't sustain any trauma to the chest. I'm sure if he did, it would say something here. This was more of a situation where he may have been playing and then automatically he collapses on the floor. And if that is the situation, what's most likely going on, and this is according to a cardiologist I consulted and one of my best friends, Dr. Justin Donashrad, thank you so much for your help, brother. There's assessments that you can make in this situation that make sense, even despite the fact that there's a lot of limited information out there. So we can hypothesize what Bronny's cardiac arrest would be as a result of, and it's most likely due to having conduction issues / problems with the electric circuitry of the. At this age, since Bronny is so young, the culprit is either an issue with the muscles of the heart, an issue with the conduction of the heart, or drugs. And when I say drugs, it would be amphetamines or like coke or something like that. I'm automatically going to rule out the last one because in order for it to be something like that, it would be as a result of ingesting a large quantity of those substances throughout your lifetime. And Bronny being LeBron James's kid and him being an athlete and him having to take a bunch of tests, I'm assuming, and assessments, I'm just going to rule that out off the bat. What I could say is this is all really unfortunate because I for sure know that the question of whether or not Bronny can play professional basketball or not is definitely up in the air. It's definitely something the James family are going to have to get together and deeply consider at this point, because if this happened to him this early on in his life, then I don't even want to imagine what can happen while he plays basketball as a career decision. I can't imagine the pain Bronny's going through right now. To work towards something your entire life and to potentially be jeopardizing your life to be playing the game that you dedicated your entire life to, your father's legacy is built upon, and something that you've 100% been locked in on, I don't even want to imagine how that feels for the young man. I hope that there is a world where medically he can be cleared to play basketball safely, because I was very excited about this young man entering the NBA.
But yeah, man, health comes first, bro. Whatever is best for his health, I hope he does. You know, prayers up to him and his family. I don't even want to make no assessments. And, you know what I'm saying, I understand that's a doctor. I'm gonna just say doctor because I forgot what term to use. But yeah, I don't want to make no assessments, man. Let's see what you know what I'm saying, LeBron's family doctors say. You know, let's see what they say. And I'm out there, man. Send your prayers. Click on the last reaction. Turn on post notifications. And I'm out there.